And we are back with another KOTC Global Podcast. I'm here with BZ, DZ the Young Kid, and I am Elder Zavala, Z1, the one. All right, let me stop. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Full disclosure, guys, this is our second time recording the podcast today because had technical difficulties with the equipment. So this is how much we're dedicated to bringing y'all what's going on with King of the Court, basketball talks, the start of the NBA season. Today is Sunday, October 21st, I believe. Or
22nd.
22nd. The NBA season starts Tuesday. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Rockets. Rockets first game is on Wednesday. So we got a lot. It's an exciting time for basketball, man. We about to get to it.
Yes, sir. Thanks for
We're
checking in with us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for always coming to check in with KOTC Global.
Absolutely.
Much love.
So I'm gonna start off with an NBA question. Who's the best young team in the NBA right now? D, I'll start off with you. Who's the best young NBA team right now?
When we say young, what do we mean by that? Because I feel like the Celtics are still kind of young.
They got Al Horford, Porzingis. I wouldn't consider Tatum, man.
Porzingis a youngin.
I mean, they vets though. I'm talking about like guys who are not so many vets.
So you mean like,
Sophomores down here.
so that's pretty much
I
like
would say the Thunder.
28 and younger, right?
Yeah,
Like 28 and younger.
I would say the Thunder's young.
Okay. So youngsters. All right. So I think the best young team at this point, I would have to give it to the Thunder. And the reason why I can't give it to the Spurs right now, the reason why I can't give it to the Spurs right now, because I know everybody want to give it to Wemby, but haven't seen him in a regular season game yet. You feel me? And you can't just give somebody something before they do it. I can't give them this
For sure.
mention before the regular season even started. That's my reason for that. Now, same with the Rockets. You know, we just got Mon Thompson. He's gonna be nice, but I think that young core has already been young, and they've shown that they're a good young team without Mon Thompson on there. So I think they're the runner-ups for sure.
So you got the Thunder as the best young team, and you got the Rockets second.
Absolutely. My guy Jabari is gonna have an exceptional year. A lot better. Now that KPJ is out of the door, my guy Jabari is gonna be able to do a lot more this year, and we've seen a little bit of it in preseason. You always go crazy in preseason.
I have to agree with the pick and the runner-up. I got the Thunder as the best team, man. SGA, Jalen Williams, they had a great year last year, and then they get to bring in Chet. Giddey can go. I'm a Lou Dort fan.
I love Lil Dort.
I really like the Thunder, bro. But yeah, I got them one, and like you said, Rockets too. Rockets looking real good, man. Adoku is one of the most exciting things I want to see in the league right now. I want to see what he can do with this young core. That's everything for me right now. If he can get that young core going, we're gonna be a problem.
And
Big
shout out
problem.
to the Thunder for giving us Earl Robinson, for a little backup power forward. Could use that from Thunder.
Really?
Yeah, he's on our team.
Earl's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Oh, that was that KPJ. That was that KPJ Oladipo
Exchange.
trade, right?
Oh yeah, we got Debo.
You got Oladipo
Yeah.
again.
We sure did. I forgot. I was complaining about that when I first saw the headlines. And I'm not gonna complain too much here, but
Yeah, what we gonna? I don't know what we gonna do with.
Hey,
Vic
write us a
Oladipo.
nice song,
that's all I can say.
encouraging
Write
song.
a dope song for the
Write
Rockets,
an
man.
encouraging song for us.
He does it.
He doesn't. He a singer.
Nobody trying to hear that bull jive.
Oh man,
Oladipo
don't do that
cold.
to him, man. That might be very precious to him. You can sing, I'm sure.
Oladipo cold though, but
Yeah, he a
we
hooper.
really don't have no space for Oladipo on the Rockets.
He gets
right
hurt
now.
too much, bro.
Yeah.
Even when he was here the first time he was in Houston, I was excited the first time he came to Houston. Then he showed me, don't get too excited, young.
Be here for 20, 25 games.
I went to the Rockets game. I'm a regular Rockets game goer. I ain't seen him one time. I ain't seen him play one time. The boy was hurt. So
Damn, so most of y'all, I mean, both of y'all think that the Thunder better than Rockets. One of my questions was going to be who's better, the Thunder or the Rockets?
Oh
I
man.
guess I'm
As
the
of
only
right
one that
now,
thinks the Rockets are better.
I hate to go against the opposing team. You know, my hometown Houston guy, but you gotta stay facts, man.
Yeah, bro. SGA is one of the best scorers in the league. He's stamped already. Like
Facts.
last year was enough. Like he can go. That boy, he the coldest in his country. You saw what Canada did in FIBA.
But we don't know what they're going to do together with SGA and Chet. We don't know how the ball is going to be moving amongst them. You know what I mean? We don't.
You're doubting
I
that.
ain't gonna.
You're doubting that.
I don't got no worries about their chemistry.
Yeah, they're gonna be nice.
I ain't got no worry. If anything, man, SGA should be begging for Chet to come back. You think he wanted to go out there and be tired as he was and give him 35, 40 every night? I bet he wanted Chet out there so he could have somebody else to get the ball to. Let somebody else take over for a little bit. That boy was tired.
Only thing they gotta look out for is injuries, in my opinion. That's all they gotta look out for. Like I said about Jalen Williams, I don't know how he's a sleeper, but he is a sleeper. And
Nice.
But the other day though, when he got past this dude I told you that rocked Wemby, he rocked Wemby, got to lay, and Wemby all he had to do was turn around and block it. So
Well, from what y'all see, right, and including the preseason, just looking at how Chet plays, how does he like to score the ball? Like, can he get in the post? Does he get in the post, or is he more like face up? He wanna get it outside of the paint. Like, how does he want to score? That'll determine a lot for me.
Man, he plays the way I play with him on 2K. He basically just finds his way to the basket, man. And when he can't find his way to the basket, when somebody like cuts him off or something, he'll just do like a turnaround jumper. You know, he has a length on them. Most of his shots are probably gonna come from
Off the dribble?
mid range, if not from inside the paint.
I ain't gonna lie, the first thing that jumped out to me for him was pace and his jump shot, bro. Like he got pace. He damn near staying careful. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like he's staying careful. Like as soon as I saw him moving around this year, I was like, okay, that looked good because his pace. You a shooter. He blocking folk just like Vic. They both gonna be a problem in the paint defense. So after I saw that, I was like, just don't get injured.
Nah, yeah, it's gonna be hard to tell them not to get injured because I know the opposing team's coaches are gonna tell the bigs to get very physical with Wemby and Chet. They gonna say, hey, these little young guys, you know what I'm saying? They finna go 90s, 80s ball on them boys.
You can visually see that's their weakness though, so might as well do it.
Attack their weaknesses like off the jump.
Got to.
Hey, I'm Steven Adams. Don't hurt them boys. Don't hurt them guys. Steven Adams, Valanciunas, don't do it.
Nah, but what I'm really excited to see for the Rockets is Jabari, bro. I want to see how he's going. I want to see what he doing this year. Like last year, bro, Jabari, he looked young, like just in his stature and like he don't look like he lift weights. Like he looked young last year, but he came back this year. I'm like, okay, he looks solid, and we already know his offensive bag is there. He could shoot from pretty much everywhere. So I saw him get stronger, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, I hope he don't get too strong. Giannis used to be able to shoot. He used to be able to shoot threes when he first came into the league, and then he got stronger.
Prove that.
Hey,
He was able to shoot.
Giannis was a shooter at first. He used to be able to shoot when he was skinny. Then he got strong and shit. He couldn't shoot no more.
Nah, but you can tell. You could tell with Jabari. That's Jabari's like.
He got touch.
Yeah, that's what he built his game around, was being a pull-up shooter. So that ain't going nowhere.
Shooter's touch.
If he starts to feel like he getting too strong, he can't shoot no. I guarantee he gonna go and shoot 300, 500 shots in a day. Like he might about to lose his touch for nobody.
It ain't even gotta be your arms though, bro. Like if you want to get stronger, you really need to be on your legs. So, hey, be good.
Before we go away from the Thunder topic, so do the Thunder? Do you think they'll have Chet running off screens or try to put him in a post? Because I'm asking y'all this because if they're not gonna be doing, if he's not good off the screen, if he's not good giving screens, coming off the screens, and getting in the post, I don't think that they're gonna be as put together as y'all think he is until he's able to do stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure he'll be doing on-ball screens with Shea. Pretty sure he'll be doing it with
Lou.
Josh
On
Giddey.
ball.
Yo, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see some off-ball screens too. You know, he's a basketball player. He has some good IQ. But what I saw from the preseason, I ain't gonna lie. I saw he was like he didn't move around a lot.
That's gonna be a problem.
If he was on the wing,
Right.
if he was on the wing, he was standing on the wing waiting for the ball.
That's what I'm saying. He's a great player. He's very capable. But if they're not gonna have that spacing and that movement to where SGA is able to do what he still needs to do, and also give the ball to Chet in a good position where he has enough space and it's efficient offense going on, they're not gonna be with y'all. Cause what it sounds like to me is people are feeling like the Thunder are like the next up team, like for youngins. That's what it sounds like. They have the pieces for sure. Like I said, they got a Lou Dort, lockdown defender. They got Giddey. He's a high IQ. He's capable. SGA is a monster, and Chet looking like he could be a monster. But if the spacing not right, I don't think they'll be better than the Rockets.
I think Shea move around when he has the ball. He gonna have the ball most of the time. He already moves around with the ball so much. He gets to so many different places on the floor that the other players are gonna have to move around, get out his way. Like he's starting at the top of the key. He's driving to the elbow. He'll spin around, make his way around to the other side, put up a fadeaway jump. These guys gotta move around to let him get work in. And when they move around and stuff, he gonna dump it off to Chet wherever he find them, or just get a bucket.
SGA do seem like he got high IQ.
He be moving around.
You name.
And think about SJ, he gonna move around the court at a slow pace. Cause he plays slow. He gonna dribble it slow. He gonna probably have somebody at the top of the key, turn around, back him down a little bit, get to another spot. Pass it, get it right back. Man, he be moving around.
Yeah,
He move around when the star players moving around the way he do. Everybody else gonna have to move around so they won't get in his way.
Well, all I know is Chet can't just be getting his buckets off of just face ups and off the dribble from behind the three. Like he's gonna have to figure that out, because if that's the only way he's doing it, they're gonna have power struggle. Like, cause SGA eventually got to be able to tell him, hey man, you 7 foot, man. If you don't get out of here and go, you know what I'm saying, go get in the post or go in the lane, you know what I'm saying, cause you just. I understand the way the people play nowadays. They like the 5 and out because they want to be able to be able to drive the lane and be able to kick it if they have but that's not how the Thunder are going to be able to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean?
I don't think nothing would be on the players. The coach would have to screw this up pretty much. Like if they have a good coach, they should be good. Chet seems like a coachable guy to me. He don't seem like a guy that I don't know though, but I'm pretty sure he's like a coachable guy, and he's a learner. If you're a learner, you're not gonna have any problem.
Definitely a winner. Came from Gonzaga.
Yeah, he seemed like a winner.
Came from a program that knows how to win, and that's what they did when he was at Gonzaga.
He played at the AI Pro-Ams. He's around greatness.
So another team that I feel like is young and that's cold that we kind of looked over was the Trailblazers. Like they got a nice squad if you think about it.
I'll never forget about them, man.
I like Anthony Simons a lot, bro. Anthony Simons,
I like him.
He can go. He can go right there, and he don't even need to drive. Yeah, he should be their number one option.
That's their number one option, honestly.
That's gonna be the good things about them is also dangerous, because I'm wondering like how they gonna do that. You got Anthony Simons, you got Scoot, you got Shaden Sharp, right? And then you got Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is he can give you 20 and 10, but then he seems like he's an issue. Like he seems like he's an issue. He seems like he wants the ball at certain times, and he's gonna cry if he don't get the ball.
I have a vendetta against that guy. He's good for messing up parlays. If you want your parlay messed up, bet on Ayton.
Hey, DeAndre Ayton though, man, I don't understand. I don't understand his situation, but hopefully he gets to a point where he understands what he's got to do.
Hey,
man.
y'all know he was picked over Luka Doncic and Trae Young.
Yeah,
he was picked before Luka Doncic.
You better go to work, man.
So what do y'all think that Scoot Henderson would have to do to win Rookie of the Year? Because from what I saw with Victor Wembanyama this preseason, it's gonna be hard for him to not win Rookie of the Year. But Scoot special though. I ain't gonna lie. Scoot built different. He is solid. You know, he's 6'2", so he's not that tall, but he's solid. He's fast as I don't know what. He really remind me of. I ain't gonna lie. He really remind me like his explosion of Derrick Rose, but he can actually shoot. So it's a real issue. He's gonna be a real problem. So what do y'all think he needs to do to be able to win Rookie of the Year?
He gonna have to buy it off of Wemby.
No chance.
No chance.
Buy the trophy off of Wemby.
Zero chance. Nah, I'm playing.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say
I
zero
wouldn't
specifically.
say zero chance because injuries are possible. I wouldn't say hope on injuries.
Well, yeah, let's consider let's
Consider no
gets
injuries. Hopefully
If
nobody
there's
gets
no
injured.
Injuries. First of all, you got to beat out Wemby and then Chet.
They calling Chet rookie. I was surprised about that too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was out his whole rookie season, and then he ended up winning Rookie of the Year when the second season. So
that's what you got to do first.
You got to beat them. That's one thing you got to do is you got to beat them.
There's no chance he gets Rookie of the Year over Wemby Young.
I'd say that.
That's a business decision.
I think
by
the
the
chances of him winning it are like
He's from France.
Maximum 5%. Maximum 5%. Because man, he's not even. Even if he does do better than Wemby or Chet, he got to do better than Brandon Miller too. And I mean, that's gonna be a
Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Boy, you on the Hornets.
So
Yeah, he ain't got no chance.
Yeah, when there's
I
that.
think School got much more of a chance.
When that.
Hey, I'm not saying Brandon Miller got a chance, but I'm saying he gonna have to compete with him still.
It's no walk in the park. Like it's the opposite actually.
Well,
whatever the opposite is.
The advantage that Scoot does have is he's going to be the starting point guard. So he has opportunity out the ass to show how efficient he is and what he can do because he's got the ball in his hands more than anybody on the team. So he has an advantage right there.
But on the Spurs, you obviously got guys on that team that's saying, yeah, Wemby's our guy. He's our franchise. You know, they're going to let him have the ball and do what he want to do. On the Thunder, they not saying Chet's their guy, but Chet is going to know. They know that Chet is the second guy. They still going to damn near let him do what he needs to do. But when you come to the Trailblazers, bro, you got Anthony Simmons who still got a chip on his shoulder. He want to prove that he hasn't even proven that. I mean, he probably think he's proven, but to all the analysts and everybody else, they talking about Scoot. Mm-hmm. Anthony Simmons probably thinking, shit, Dame just left. I am that guy right now. I'm going to show you I'm that guy. So we might see some tension between, we don't know how they chemistry is, but we might see some.
No tension, bro.
Even if it's not any tension. Anthony Simmons is still gonna make.
I really like Anthony Simmons, bro. I literally.
It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like everybody else on the court. They not just gonna be like, yeah, this is Scoot's team. Scoot gonna be able to do whatever he want. Nah, bro. It's gonna have some people be like, this is Anthony's team, and some people gonna be like, this is Scoot's team, and we don't know what's gonna happen with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, obviously,
hey, stick together, guys. Hey, be the splash, brothers. Be brothers.
It's clear to the Thunder and to the Spurs on who they got and what role they're playing. I don't think it's as clear with the Trailblazers. You feel me? I don't think it's.
I feel that. I feel that.
They really don't know if he's the one or the two. They don't know.
You talking about the go-to guy, right?
Yeah, the go-to.
Yeah, because Anthony Simons, bro, he deserves it, bro.
He had like 2 games. He scored 50 points last year.
He is nice,
You
bro.
got somebody like me and you who think that he's the go-to guy. Then you might have somebody else who think, nah, Scoot is that guy.
Bro, from the jump, he was able to shoot and dribble. Like, he never lacked on either one of those things. Like,
even when Dame was
he cold, bro.
Hey, I like Anthony so much because he hits on my parlays. Fantasy score over.
Hey, Anthony, one of them guys.
He plays defense.
If they was in our league, you know what I'm saying, he would have the Emperors popping, bro. Like, you can't guard him. That's another dude you're not gonna be able to guard.
I think he'll be a tight man, right?
No, he's 6'3". He's 6'3".
I thought he was like 6'4", 6'5".
I will say though, you know that the report was that Dame, after they couldn't get Dame to the Heat, he was like, all right, I will come back. And the owner had made up his mind. Was like, nah, we good. We got Scoot. So the Blazers did make a move to basically say that Scoot is our guy. I don't know how much they're going to implement that into the on-court, offense. But they did make a chess move, basically saying, this is the guy. We choosing him over Dame. We're going to the next chapter with him. So that's like a signal saying like they giving him the keys a little bit. You know what I mean? But you still got Shaden Sharp too, who he was what number pick was he last year? He was a lottery pick.
I think Shaden Sharp will end up getting traded. Seeing that they
one of them have to get traded.
Seeing that they brought
gonna be Scoop.
Yeah, seeing that he already was thinking about he had to fight with Anthony Simmons for the man spot to be the man. Then they brought in Scoop, who's like, all right, now I'm third. Like,
I'm interested to see what this Scoot guy can do. I don't really know much. I've seen a little bit. I've seen that he's a competitor. He seems pretty smart, but other than that, I haven't seen much.
35 minutes.
I'm just letting you know right now. I have high expectations for him. Like his body control. Cause my thing, like with Derrick Rose, bro. Derrick Rose, Ja Morant, they were reckless. Listen, he has the explosion that they have, but he's not reckless. Like, and he can shoot really well.
That's tough.
And he has a very good playmaker too. I'm just saying, you know, his body type and what he can do, like to get to the rim. It reminded me of like it's not too many guys that got that the body control and the athleticism of like a Michael Jordan from the '80s. I'm telling you, he showed me like a little something with that. You know what I'm saying? But he's only 6'2", so it's different. But he showed me a little something, bro. Like if Wembanyama wasn't in the league right now, I would say Scoop. He would be my pick to be the rookie of the year. Cause all I needed to see was one preseason game, and I'm looking at him like, no, he's amazing. He's not just a regular lottery pick. No, he's amazing. Like this rookie class that just came in this year, they're gonna be one of the best ever for sure. Like I'm into like, bro, they got mad rookies this year. That's cold.
Yep.
Nah, facts. It's some sleepers that people not even thinking about.
Bro, Imani Bates.
Facts.
Hey, that boy tough,
Facts.
boy.
Hey, facts, bro.
Yep. It's gonna be exciting to see for sure.
It's gonna be exciting.
I'll keep my eye on
Derek
Scoop.
Lively.
Mavs. They need him to do something good.
What's his specialty?
Dunking, rebounding.
Blocks.
How tall is he?
He like 7 foot from Kentucky or Duke.
A word? And the Mavericks got him?
Yeah.
He nice.
Ah.
He could be nice for sure.
The Mavericks need to try to go get like a good shooter that can defend, and I like their team too, man.
What more shooters do they need? They got Kyrie and Luka.
No, they need defense. Who is the best?
defense.
Who the
3
best
and D. I'm
defender on
saying
their
3 and D.
team?
You can't just have a defensive player that ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, 3 and D.
They need 3 and D.
They gave us Reggie Bullock. Was that them that gave us Reggie Bullock?
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out
how they
Reggie
feel about
Bullock,
us.
man, but I don't really want.
That's how they feel about us.
Ma, 10 minutes. That's all he needs.
Reggie, you cool though. I'm sure.
I rock with you though for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to see the young.
Nah, but Dallas, bro. Until I see somebody that's clearly the top 3 defender on their team, it's Kyrie. Kyrie's the top 3 defender on their team. They got a problem. They need somebody to be able to stop. Cause man, the West is looking crazy, bro. What y'all gonna do against the Suns? Y'all not outscoring them. Okay, y'all might one game, but still, you don't depend on your outscoring ability.
Mavericks, they got.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, they got
Historically, they haven't had very bad defense, man.
they have a full off season with Kyrie and Luka. And this brings me to my next question: who's the best player on the Mavericks? D, you go first.
Put my phone down for this.
Who's the best player on the Mavericks? So the other day, Kenyon Martin was on Gilbert Arenas podcast, and he said it blatantly that Kyrie Irving is the best player on the Mavericks, and any real hooper knows that. So I ask y'all, who's the best player on the Mavericks?
The best
Shout out to
player
Kmart.
on the Mavericks, man. That's tough.
I have to say
That's
Kyrie.
tough. That's tough.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
I
Kyrie,
never
bro.
thought about
Hold
this.
on. BZ got an answer.
Kyrie.
Yeah, I say Kyrie, man.
Why is that?
Kyrie, as long as he's, he got the same motives and goals as the coach and everything's good team-wise, that's him, and I think that's his biggest,
That
biggest
might be a
concern.
problem. That might be a
Exactly, I
problem.
think that's his biggest concern. If he can solve that, if he can have a solution for that and make sure that's all good, Kyrie's the best,
You
bro.
just said as long as Kyrie is on one accord with everybody else in the organization.
No, I didn't say
He's
organization.
the coach.
That's anything
Okay,
about. I didn't say no
coach.
organization.
Okay, coach and players.
That's all you need.
But
There's a
remember-
whole front
But
office.
remember who the owner is.
Mark Cuban, exactly.
He got the one. All
And
right?
Mark Cuban-
is the one that he gonna talk to Kyrie like, I agree.
Yeah.
And he listened to players. You know he listened. They actually do this. I
No,
don't.
no, Kyrie may say something so outlandish that Mark Cuban cannot agree with whatever he says, man.
Nah, but Kyrie did say he said he wished he would have got drafted to a place like Dallas. Like you could tell he really rocking with the organization, how they do things. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Mark Cuban is one of the best owners in the league.
For sure.
Just off the sheer fact he's one of those guys that he'll go put up 100 shots before work or after work. Like he rock with basketball the long way.
He love basketball.
Way more hands on. So just knowing that and the fact that he not gonna say it out, but you could tell like he probably with Kyrie probably was like, I ain't mad at him. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, facts.
He had that. He got that.
Why
vibe.
it's in the NBA? He's here to hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And Mark Cuban, he knows his assets, man. He know Kyrie an asset. He's like, shit, I take him. I take him. Man, come on now.
So what you thinking, D? Kyrie or Luka? Who's the best player on the Mavericks?
The best basketball player is Kyrie Irving, but the best NBA player for like the team is Luka Doncic, I think.
You could say that. You could say that.
Because Kyrie has other things that could throw him off his game. Like, it's other things that outside of basketball that might affect his game. You feel me? Luka Doncic, if he's on the basketball court,
he out there to
just
hoop.
gonna give it to you. It don't matter what's going on.
Yeah.
He's just out there to give it to you, man. Whether he don't even got no help or nothing. You feel me? Kyrie. Man.
I know.
Hey,
Kyrie's so cold. It feels disrespectful.
It is. Cause listen, bro. I saw what Luka did to the teams that I was betting on, and he had nobody on his team, and he was still beating people, bro. And
this is a gambling man, right?
The perspective when the perspective comes from a gambling man, it hits different. It hit different when you put money on the game, and you disappointing me. You feel me? So when I see Luka not disappointing my parlays, when I see him going over every time I bet on him, and when I see him beating the players that I'm betting on, I can't go up against him too much. And Kyrie, the man was on the Celtics. He had help. I ain't gonna lie, the dudes was young. He had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They was young, but at least he had more help like than.
Whoa.
Hey. He had Terry Rozier, who's a nitty gritty. He had the nitty gritty.
He got hurt, bro. He got hurt.
He did get hurt.
Yeah,
bro.
he was about. They had a chance to win the chip.
They did have a chance. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
Yo, we recording.
SJ been that guy.
We recording?
Yeah.
Nah,
So,
producer tag.
what was we saying? Where did we start?
Mavs.
Where did we stop at?
Mavs, right?
You say Mavs are going to the championship this year.
I did not. But it almost feels disrespectful to say that Kyrie is not the best player on the Mavs because he's such a complete offensive player, and the things that he can do is not just great; they like amazing. It's really different. But I have to say that Luka is the best player on the Mavericks to me because, really simply because he's taller. He's bigger. He can get more rebounds. And like you said, man, one thing about Kyrie, if something's going on that he don't like, he could decide not to play, or he could decide not to that's the only place I would say like he's a liability, I guess. And still, like, just how good he is, it feels disrespectful to say, but it's the truth though. That's the only reason I would say Luka is better. But on any given night, Kyrie could be the best player on the team any given night. So really, it comes down to they really tied, really. But I would have to say Luka.
Luka gonna get rebounds though. Luka gonna get a triple double.
Facts.
Luka will get a triple double, bro.
Facts.
And
hey man,
Kyrie, he might maybe get 5 triple doubles a season, but Luka gonna give you about 10 triple doubles, bro.
The real answer is any one of them Kyrie or Luka can be the best player on the floor in any given night. But since we about hot takes and we're about saying it can only be one, I want to say it's Luka.
Okay, but let me ask this: when it's the fourth quarter with 7 seconds left to go, Mavericks down by 2 points. Who do you want to take the shot?
Either one of them is good for that, bro. Either one
of them is a good answer.
Yeah,
but
either
who
one
would
of
you
them.
rather though? Who would you rather, bro? As a defensive coach,
Okay.
on the other team, who are you going to make a defensive scheme against?
If we need a 3, I want Luka. If we need a 2, I want Kyrie.
You down by 2.
Down by 2.
If we're down by 2, it could still be. Maybe the
You
coach
could
want a
tie it up.
3.
Yeah, you go to OT and tie it up, or you could end it off with a 3.
If you need a 2, I'm going with Kyrie. If you need a 3, I'm going with Luka.
That's a good take. I can't argue with any take.
I can't argue with any take.
In this scenario, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, I can't even much say nothing, man. It just depends too much on the situation.
Okay, if you're on the other team and you want to make a defensive scheme, who are you going to scheme against to not get the ball?
Kyrie. I'm simply doing Kyrie because I feel like Kyrie can slip away. I feel like he'll juke his defender. Luka ain't doing that. I feel like Luka he's predictable. He just makes that motherfucker. Like, he gonna knock that shot down, but he predictable. You know what I'm saying? If Kawhi was fully healthy, fully motivated, he will lock Luka up more times than I think he will lock Kyrie up.
Nah, yeah, it's no man. Well,
that's how I feel about it.
That's how I feel about it. There's really no man in the NBA that can lock up Kyrie.
No, there's nobody can lock up Kyrie.
Really, honestly. Unless you play help defense.
You got to double team him. You still have 50-50 chance of being able to stop him.
He's going to do a spin between the both of you.
Facts.
See, Luka's problem is Luka can get fat at any time of the season, man. For real. I mean, he can go 3 weeks of just eating bad and he'd be out of shape.
And he'll still give you 30, though.
He'll still give you 30, but sometimes 30s are inefficient sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. We know a lot about inefficient 30s and 40s.
As a defender, bro, I think a lot about interrupting the offense, interrupting the flow, stuff like that. I'm not sure Luka can adapt to everything. Like if you the most athletic team, if you got the Bucks and you got the defensive squad and the best defender on the Bucks, and you throw a full court press at this nigga, like I don't know if he gonna be able to get through that. You know what I'm saying? I have more confidence in Kyrie getting through a full court press, easily anything. Luka's a hooper, but I just don't know if he can adapt to everything.
I think he'll be smart enough to know that if he doesn't want to get trapped, then he'll pass it out.
Yeah, Luka's smart.
You don't have to get trapped. I said full court press, not full court trap.
We're not talking about capabilities. Kyrie got more capabilities than Luka, but I'm just saying like all the way around. No, and we can't act like height don't matter. So. Because height matters, like I said, I'm just going to end my shit with Luka is the best player on the Mavericks. But that don't mean Kyrie can't be the best player any day. Okay? Kyrie can be the best player any game he wants to be, really.
It's a sad truth.
Hey. Opinion at the end of the day. But I'm excited to see what they do together. And like you said, they had a full off season, so that's going to be great to see.
Hey, we over here talking about the Mavericks. Them boys might not even make the playoffs this year. The West so doggone deep. Them boys literally might not make it.
The West is too cold.
Literally might not make it. You want to name the people that y'all think will be in the West playoffs?
All right.
Including the tournament.
Let me pull up.
It's 11 teams.
I tell you what, the Mavericks got no excuse to not make the playoffs, though.
It's 11 teams that I'm saying it's 11 teams that can go.
Yeah. I might get more than that.
Yeah. The sorry teams are even good.
They have no excuse to not make the playoffs, bro. You got Luka, and you got Kyrie. I don't care what nobody says.
Let me just start with my candidates, and I have no order here. In the Western Conference playoffs, I think we're gonna be seeing the Suns, the Lakers, the Nuggets. I think we'll be seeing the Clippers, the Warriors, of course. I'm thinking about the Kings, but they're going to have to fight this year. It's not going to be. They got the second seed last year. They might not even make it this year. I don't know.
You said the Suns already?
Yeah, I said the Suns. I'm going to go ahead and throw in.
Yeah, the Mavericks going to make it.
You think so, bro?
Yeah. What you just, I'm looking at the teams and what you just saying. Yeah, the Mavericks gonna make it.
I think the Kings gonna make it, bro.
Yeah, the Kings gonna make
Kings
it.
gonna make it, bro.
Will the Timberwolves make it?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Sure, if they let go of Rudy Gobert, that's all they need to do is let go of Rudy.
I don't know if the Timberwolves gonna make it. Rudy Gobert is a cancer. That guy's a cancer, man.
Man, y'all really got the Pelicans twisted.
Oh no, I forgot about the Pelicans.
Y'all got
Hey,
the Pelicans
if Zion,
twisted.
if Zion stays healthy, man, they're definitely gonna go no matter what.
If Zion
You just named how many
stays
teams
healthy.
that you just
That was
named?
8.
That was 8 right
Yeah.
there.
I had Clippers, Pelicans.
It's tough this year.
Suns, Warriors, Lakers.
You forgot somebody.
I ain't gonna lie, the Clippers could lose. The Clippers could slip to like 10th, man.
They could.
Yeah.
The
Especially if
West is
they
so
get-
deep. The West is so deep. Literally anybody could slip except the Nuggets and Lakers.
Not only are they deep, I mean, not only is the West deep, but the Clippers, you never know who's gonna be playing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You never know who's gonna be playing. I like the Pelicans a lot, though, man. Last year, I guarantee you they would have finished like top 2 in the West if Zion didn't get hurt.
I
So
like them too when they
Yeah.
got Zion.
if Zion is playing, them boys are a contender.
Yeah.
Hear me good, man. They are contenders if everybody is healthy, bro. They have everything you need, bro. They got the big man, they got physicality, they got the shooters, they got the defense.
Who's the big man?
Valanciunas?
Valanciunas. Yeah, he does his work.
He does what he
Valanciunas.
needs to
He
do.
does his due.
And then Zion.
Yeah,
Zion
17.
big as a mug, man.
Valanciunas.
Oh yeah, I know Valanciunas. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
does his
man.
due.
And then they got Herb Jones, who's a good wing defender. They got
Trey Murphy.
They got Trey
Sharpshooter.
Murphy,
I like
sharpshooter,
both those
good
guys.
defender. Jose
Got
Alvarado.
on defense.
Come on, bro. Nah, they got everything you would need to be a championship team, bro. In my opinion, they got everything you need. Don't forget CJ McCollum.
Nah, facts. Sharpshooter. Hey, even if they do have everybody completely healthy this season, I don't think that they will win.
And Larry
championship.
Nance.
I don't think they'll win a championship if their first year fully healthy. 'Cause I think they got to have that where they gotta play one season fully healthy together, and then the next season they'll have that X factor. But I think until they have that one season fully together, they're not gonna be able to get to the Western Conference Finals.
They have a lower percentage of chance of winning than I would say the Bucks or something. So, but I just feel like they're a contender if they're healthy though. They're a real contender if they're healthy.
Yeah.
So moving on, we're gonna talk a little bit about King of the Court. We've had a lot of games for this summer, and this year we've seen a lot of good games. We've seen players who have dominated. We've seen players who, have underperformed. We've seen players who can give anybody a problem. So I wanted to ask y'all, who do y'all think is the X factor in King of the Court game? Who do y'all feel like is the X factor? In any height class.
Somebody that's played already.
Yeah, and people that's played. In any height class, like, he may not be dominating, he may not be winning a lot, but he can give anybody an issue.
The X factor, I feel like it's Jesse.
He's dominating. How he can't be no X factor? He's
Okay, so-
already winning.
So the X factor is somebody that's just like.
He could beat Jesse or
Hasn't
something,
won.
if he's in his height class. Or,
I
he
would say
could-
Chandler, but Chandler's over. I would have to say somebody that's like stationary, like.
Well, I can give you a good answer. For me, like an X factor is Wilson. Wilson came last game and almost beat Jesse. And we've only seen, other than the last game, that was our first time seeing Wilson with fresh legs. Because every other game that Wilson has played, he's come from a game, or even there was a game he played Chandler. He had played 2 league games before that. He said he had 30, like he said he had like 37 in one game and 12 in the next game. So he came to play Chandler and got torn up, but he didn't have fresh legs. You know what I mean? So I would say Wilson is a real X factor anytime he play, especially if he got fresh legs.
Yeah, all the X factors seem to be in that class, right? Wilson, Noel, Darius. Those are the only X factors I can actually think
Everybody
of.
can't be an X factor.
Everybody can't be an X factor. I think
Everybody can't be an X factor.
I think in the
Where
Royal,
else are the X factors?
well, I think in the Royal class, I think DeVale's an X factor. If he's not, if he's
Christian's in that class now.
yeah, I don't
Christian's there.
Yeah, I don't think DeVale can beat Christian.
His kingdom is set up.
But
He's
DeVale can
MVP 2 times in a row.
DeVale can do anything you need him to do though. He can play defense. His on-ball defense is solid. He can make a three. He has a bag. He can get to the bucket. He can finish with his left and right. He's he can't beat Christian in my opinion, but he's an X factor to me. Like I think he can beat EPM. If I don't think I think EPM is a better king of the court player, but I think that he can catch EPM off guard in the right if it's the right game. You know what I mean?
If Christian's playing every single Royals game, the only thing I'm thinking about is who is gonna score on this man. It's tough to score on Christian. Everybody that he's played against hasn't been able to do it consistently, and I don't think DeVale's one of those guys that can score consistently on Christian. Yeah, he'll give John buckets.
Yeah.
But I think John though he can get buckets on Christian. Jordan he showed that he can get buckets on Christian, but he's in between the guys I just named, John and DeVale, in my opinion. But John. I think John turned up, man. I think he understands the format now. He's good to go. He's ready to launch. So I would have to say that he's my X factor. Now I think about it, I think he can actually beat Christian. Like I told you before, I believe all he has to do is just make contact layups, get Christian out of his game mentally, and he's got it.
John, EPM, whatever you like to be called, he's been doing his due, man.
Yeah, man.
And he talks a lot about his game, man. He's been backing it up. And when you can do that, that shows a level of confidence that it's hard to tear that kind of confidence down.
No, it was interesting, bro. That was his first game actually being vocal and talking shit. He don't usually do that.
Said, this is food.
Yeah.
The boy ain't even warm up.
Nah, he was talking the last game too when he played Juan David and C. Waller. He was like, "Come on, bro, they trash, man." He said that after the game. Like Juan David was trying to dab him up like, "Good game." I mean, come on, get out of here, man. Fuck out of here. They trash. I was like, "Dang,
Really?
Trying to dap you up, man."
Man, that's some Netflix footage right there. I didn't even see that.
Christian gonna probably humble him.
Now, one thing about
That's gonna be
EPM, I
interesting.
say, what's your favorite part about King of the Court? What's your favorite thing to see in King of the Court, or things that you anticipate about King of the Court? I'm gonna start off with myself. One thing I like to see a lot is I like to see guys go on a run. It's very exciting when you can see somebody consistently hit going on a run. Like so that game Chandler versus Jesse and August 2nd. Both of them really showed that they can go on a run at any given time. And they kept going on runs. Like, if you look at the game, Chandler hit 3 or 4 in a row, like, over 4 times at least. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he had a stint where he probably hit 6 in a row. You know what I mean? And then Jesse to come back. Jesse has countless times over and over. He's hit 5, 6, 7 in a row. You know what I mean? So that's my favorite part about King of the Court is the runs, man. Like, can you have these other 3 guys rotate? Like, bro, keep rotating.
Yeah, I love that too.
That's tough.
You want me to go? You go.
Go ahead, man.
Well, for me, I would say my favorite part about King of the Court, man, is the unexpected scenarios, the unexpected possessions, man. Really, I like the underdogs. When the underdogs
hooping.
Yeah. Let me rephrase that. I like when the underdogs make the unexpected plays. Have the lead. That's what I like, man. Because people they always we gonna pick who we got before the game start, and you already know who your pick is when the game starts, when whoever you hear the players are. But the players that they don't get a lot of recognition, them are the guys that I hope that do what they need to do, and some of them have. That's my favorite part. Some of them have done what people thought that they wouldn't do. And I've doubted some of them guys. Like Dalen Dean, when I first saw him, I thought he was going to be fooled. I thought he was gonna be food to these guys, man. But he came out and he competed, and he had some dog in him, bro. And he showed me some things that I wasn't seeing in him at first. And he showed me that he could take down one of the top dogs like Jesse. He beat Jesse in the game, bro. And you know that's what I like to see. I like to see the underdogs go crazy, man. And defense.
Dogs.
Defense. I love defense. Mark Wilcox, I love your defense. Put some more shots up. You know, we're gonna see you again.
BZ.
Hey man, you guys came with some good things. Those are all lovely things. I have to say I love the competitive energy, and when people are able to adapt, when the Hoopers are able to adapt, man, I love that. It's like a switch on, you know. I don't know what does it for each person, but most of the time, you know, it's some type of burning, you know, desire. Some type of will, like, nah, I'm down, or you know what I'm saying? Like I like to see the comebacks, see somebody get turned, you know what I'm saying, and then get really into it, man. Just leave it all on the floor, you know. Try your hardest, man. Try your hardest. I love that.
Them comebacks are demoralizing, man. Like the last game we saw EPM coming back on DeVille in game 1, and you just slowly see DeVille, like slowly the life being taken away from him. Like, man, like he thought he was gonna be an easy dub. EPM, bro, I'm telling you, EPM rotated through like twice, bro.
Yeah, man.
He had like 7 in a row.
Look like he does this, man. He's on to it.
It's like, come on, bro. I see one thing like about EPM, bro, is when he's like in his mode. Like you could tell when he started to get his engine going. He like, come on, bro. Yeah, y'all need. Yeah, it's all good.
Come on, bro.
I know. Come on, bro. I like that. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I never really heard that as like a getting yourself going. Like
Facts.
he get himself going. That's his thing. Come on, bro. I like that, man.
I love the
I didn't
uniqueness.
hear a whole lot of that when he played against Moon and City.
Brendan thinks that he was like a deer in headlights in that game. Like it's kind of like he was a little shook. Not shook. I won't say.
I wouldn't say he shook, but I think he
shook.
had nerves, bro. I don't think he was able to shake the nerves, bro. That's my assessment of it. Just because, you know, we saw him get to the bucket a few times and he smoked the lay. You know what I'm saying? That happened like 3-4 times. So after that, I was like, he must
easy layups, but he made a lot of difficult shots too.
Facts.
So I think in that game, I think he was just a little, like you said, he's probably a little shook up just seeing who he was playing against, and also knowing he was playing in a high class up. He was just thinking about all his disadvantages instead of thinking about what he could do to take the dub. And he could have took it. He could have won that, bro. If he would have been in the mode that he was in versus these guys he played in the last match, you would have had a good chance to win versus Moon and City, man.
Yeah, one thing about King of the Court I noticed is when this guy's first time playing in King of the Court, sometimes they get kind of shocked at how good the competition is, and that kind of messes with their game. Like I think Ice is a good example. Like Ice he's a solid offensive player, but I think he really was a little shook about how good the competition was that he was playing. And he got, you know, he came into the game like, you know, he was inserted into the game late, so he really didn't have time to prepare.
He didn't know the rules until he was in the car.
Right. So, but I do think that's a factor in King of the Court is, you know, knowing how good the competition is and not being shook from it. You can't be too surprised. You just got to play your game. So that leads me to my next question. We got to go through these fast because we only got about 10 minutes left. What advice would y'all give guys that want to win a King of the Court series?
If you want to win, you got to play defense. You're going to keep hearing me say that over and over again. I'm going to say it in this podcast.
You got to get the possessions, man.
I'm going to say it when I'm commentating. If you don't play defense, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. You can blame it on whoever you want to blame it on the refs. You could blame it on the other players not playing defense. No. If you can't score, no. That too. You can't score.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, that too. But if you can't play defense, my guy, and if you're scared to play, that's another thing. As long, even if you're not that great at defense, if you're not putting no effort in, bro, we're not even gonna call you back. You feel me? You gotta at least put in effort, and that effort gonna translate on defense, bro. Like I'm telling you. And y'all try to use a strategy. Some of y'all use a strategy where, I'm gonna let him get buckets, but I'm gonna lock him up. No, bro. You gotta lock up everybody, every game.
You gotta get the ball. You can't get the ball without getting a stop.
Yeah, y'all be trying to save y'all energy the first game, like, oh, I'm gonna have my energy for the second game. No, bro. You gotta be on 100 all time. This is one-on-one. You don't got no teammates.
None.
You want to win?
It's all you.
You want to win? You gotta come in with 100% effort and 100% defense. Everything else gonna follow.
What you think, BG?
And I think you gotta be balanced, man. This is a game you gotta get to it quickly too. You don't have much time. You know what I'm saying? You can't waste possessions or anything like that. So I'd say you gotta quickly adapt and learn. I feel like everybody has to adapt to the game. Every single body that comes to the game has to adapt, unless they've been playing our format, daily, and that hasn't been the case. So I think if you're able to get your strengths going, be able to possibly adapt, like D said, you got to D up. You know what I'm saying? You can't be getting cooked. You got to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? You got to make guys miss. But, yeah, you got to be balanced, man, and you better go on some runs.
So that would be my advice. My advice would be, when you come into the game looking for runs and stops. You have to be able to go on a run. You can't be thinking you can just, after the first bucket, yes, I got a bucket, cool. Like I'm going now. You're not really going until you are able to get 3 in a row, kind of not effortlessly, but you starting to be able to rotate these guys. And you're getting that momentum going. You got to be able to go on a run, but also you got to get stops. So I would say my best advice is to come into the game looking for runs and looking for stops. Don't just be looking for the runs, because you ain't finna get the ball if you can't get a stop, like DZ said. But also, if you get the stop, you can't just be satisfied with 1 or 2 buckets in a row. You got to be looking I'm like, from what we know, you got to damn near be a little upset if you ain't get 4 in a row. Like, you need to try to get that ball back and get 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. So it's really about runs and stops, man. It's really about runs and stops. How many can you make in a row? Because there's going to be a guy that you're playing that's good enough to make 5, 6 in a row. You know what I mean? You can't be letting him get the ball too much, because he'll go on a run, and before you know it, it'll be 15 like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So that's the advice that I can give them playing. We watch a lot of games, so our advice is valid. Trust me.
Right. So we're always looking for new contestants to play in our league, right?
Facts.
So what would y'all say would be the embodiment of a king of the court player? Like what kind of player are we looking for this league?
I would say a guy with Jesse's type dog mentality, with being centered like Chandler. Chandler don't get too up, he don't get too down. He's just enjoying the game, having fun. You need to be to me, I feel like you have to be a 3-way scorer. You gotta be able to hit the 3, you gotta be able to hit the mid range, you gotta be able to drive. And and I just think you can't be I think you have to be analytical too. Like, you gotta really pay attention to the competition, pay attention to what you're doing. Have the analytics of Christian, basically, of City. Like, City he analyzes a lot of things. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He's looking at your feet. He's looking at your tendencies on offense, so he can figure you out when it's his turn. Things like that.
Yeah.
So for those of you that have been asking questions on how can I become a player, king of the court, that's your answer right there.
Yep. You gotta have that unstoppable mindset for sure. And people claim to have that, but we bought action over here. You got to get right to it. I would like for you to be in kill mode, be focused up, like you said, like Jesse. He came in, thinking that he was gonna win. You got to come in thinking you're gonna win every game, even when you get there. It don't matter who's there or none of that. Hey, we looking for the best of the best. So you're gonna see some cold dudes. You better have the right mindset and be ready. So bring that energy.
And when he say mindset, he ain't talking about somebody who's gonna get upset when the calls ain't going his way from the referee. Like, you did took
full accountability, bro.
Full
accountability.
The total opposite of that. You want somebody that don't even recognize the refs are there, bro.
Facts.
But on another note, man, off the record, we talked briefly about King of the Court allowing people to own their own teams, right? Own their own teams within the King of the Court format.
Yeah, I mean that's down the line. That's a little into the future of King of the Court. But yeah, we are definitely thinking about that concept and that format of teams in King of the Court, and certain entities, organizations, individuals, being team owners.
From what I understand, that doesn't seem to be in a 3-year plan, but we definitely talk about it.
Okay, because BSO gone. We coming in hot. All right.
Talk to the people about BSO, man. What the BSO got going on? What's y'all's plans for the future?
Man, we just gonna keep doing what we've been doing. You seen BSO wherever you're at. You seen BSO whether you know it or not. All right, so you see, you got a little merch going on. Got the hoodie on. Got the shorts on today. BSO, we just we're a clothing brand and we're a music label, man. And so we putting music out every month. We putting clothes out every other couple months, man. And we see people been supporting, and we just gonna keep appreciating the support that we getting, and we just gonna do what we can to find ways to give back to y'all the way that y'all been giving to us. So we appreciate what y'all been doing for us, man.
What's the next drop for y'all?
Music wise or clothes?
Anything.
Well, Saint Laurent, shout out Saint Laurent. He's not here today with us, but he gonna be dropping EP this weekend, this upcoming weekend. It's called The Life of Saint Laurent. So y'all watch out for that. It's gonna be on all platforms. Anything that you got, we on that platform. Don't worry. And listen to what we got out until that EP comes out by Saint, man. And we working on some new clothes for y'all as well. Hey, and also, when we first started, man, we were selling clothes out the back of the car and out of the garage and all that. Now we got a website, man. So you go to the website. We can put it in the description in this video. Y'all can check that out.
That's growth.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the love.
Going back to the Rockets preseason, what takeaways do y'all have from the Rockets preseason, the summer league, and everything that happened in the off season? What did you get from the Rockets? Brent BZ, we're gonna go with you first, man.
I feel like the talent is there. The unit looks good, man. The squad looks good. I'm looking forward to seeing what Udoka is going to do. I'm going to keep saying that till Tuesday, Wednesday when they play. I think Udoka, if he has a good system for him, we got the personnel, man. Very, very good players. And Fred, Sengun, Jabari, Amin. I think I really want to see Jabari and Sengun if I had to pick two players. See how the team works around them, see what they got going on, see how much of a threat they can be, because they can be a huge threat.
I noticed you not mentioning Jalen Green. What's the beef there?
It's not the beef there. I think if Jalen Green were to be the fourth guy on a team, like fourth guy as in
fourth option, fourth best player,
handler, playmaker. I think Sengun and Fred, those guys need to have the ball in their hand the most because I think they're the smartest. But Jalen Green, he's a super talented guy, the most talented guy on the team, it seems like. But I feel like if he's the third or fourth option, that's the biggest. That will be a huge threat. Because if we can somehow get people to sleep on Jalen Green and have to worry about Jabari, Sengun, and Fred, then that's gonna be crazy.
How can you just get people to not worry about Jalen Green? How can that happen?
Because Sengun can open up.
Yeah,
I feel like Sengun can get he's the Jokic. He can get this guy going, get this guy going, get this guy going.
basically,
and Jalen could be that guy.
If they decide to play through Sengun, basically.
I think if they play through Sengun, that would be the best option. And that would have Jalen Green, It's arguable. He could, you know, even if Sengun touched the ball the most, it's still arguable who's gonna be the guy. Like it's still gonna be arguable, and that's good. That's a good thing for it to be argued. It can't. I don't think it should be clearly Jalen Green.
One thing I noticed about the preseason over over the years of watching the preseason is sometimes the regular season is very different from preseason. I say that to say like
Most cases.
yeah, I say that to say
sure.
Amon had the ball in his hands a lot in preseason. Like they gave him a chance to really do his thing. Do y'all think that the Rockets are going to allow Amon Thompson to do what he needs to do as a big point guard, and you know what I'm saying, handling the teams, being the general of the team when Fred VanVleet is off the court or even on the court? Because I feel like Amon Thompson is more of a point guard than Fred VanVleet is, to be honest. What do y'all think that the Rockets are gonna uphold that for Amon to let him do what he needs to do as a point guard?
Not in this first year. I don't think we're gonna see that in this first year. We definitely not.
Yeah, Fred's a champion. He's a vet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He gonna come off the bench.
Come off the bench.
They come out the bench.
He gonna come off the bench and he gonna do what he do. I think he gonna be pass first. Still.
Really?
He's still gonna be pass first, even though he gonna be able to be pass first. He still got people coming off the bench with him that can score. He got Cam Whitmore. I love to pass the ball to Cam Whitmore to get some buckets, man.
They're gonna be a
squad.
duo. They're gonna be a nice duo coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
They were nice together in preseason. They're gonna be nice together coming off the bench, man. So he not gonna, he gonna have to fill his shoes in, and that's fine. That's fine. He's not gonna be the number one option as a point guard this year.
I think his quickest way to become valuable is transition, defense and offense. I saw the way he was running and the way he was moving. If he focused on forcing turnovers and scoring the fast breaks, he's going to have a great season, and they're going to trust him a lot more. And him and Cam Whitmore can both do that, so that's going to be crazy if they can get the team running. If we running people, we can really run somebody.
Yeah, I think his efficiency on the team is going to be crazy. I ain't going to lie.
Facts.
Plus, minus, it's going to be high.
It's going to be a track. It can be a track meet.
Yeah, even when he's not scoring, man, he's gonna be defending. He's gonna be getting rebounds. He can do it all on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows how to, and he's not a selfish guy either. So whatever the role is that the team wants him to play, he's gonna play that role. And you saw when he got drafted how smart he was with basketball, man. They asked him a lot of questions that a lot of people would not know. I tell this guy studies the game. Not only does he study the game of basketball, he studies the history of basketball. So
2000s, baby. That's surprising.
Hey, he overly studies, bro. Like this man, I'm excited to see.
He went to basketball school.
That's what.
Separates. Yeah.
He went to He literally went to basketball school,
Mm-hmm.
but that's why I ask, because to be honest, man, Amon looks like he has superstar potential to me, like off the rip. But he has the ability already. I feel like, man, he could play so good in the regular season that like it it could get tricky between him and Fred VanVleet, bro. Because Amon's already kind of giving off the vibe that he is a general on a team. But not only that, like he capable of. Like he he's gonna be capable of giving you 30 any given night eventually. Not now, but eventually, like he's gonna be capable of giving you 30 any given night, giving you 10 assists and 10 rebounds any given night. But also the things that are not shown on the stat sheet, like what y'all saying, because he's a basketball guru. Like you see how much he love the game, how much he wants to develop the game. He seems like he'll do all the little things that's not gonna show up on the stat sheet. So he seems like he'll be able to fill up the stat sheet and fill up the things that's not on the stat sheet and play winning basketball. Like he's giving me Clyde Drexler. But point guard wise, point guard wise, like he's like a flat. He's not even flashy. It's like he's like the perfect AAU guard. Like what I'm saying? Textbook.
It's textbook.
Bro, textbook. But it looks. But it's so nice and polished that it looks flashy. It looks flashy. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to be flashy. He's trying to be as efficient as possible. So. Him and Cam Whitmore coming off the bench is gonna be very interesting because I say that they're the X factor for the Rockets. For them to go to the playoffs, man.
I'll say our absolute X factor is Dylan Brooks, bro. I think that's our absolute X factor.
We need him for sure.
We're a team full of X factors.
A lot of
we do.
A lot of people were mad about the Dylan Brooks move to Houston. I'm not mad about it.
Nah, I'm excited. It's the most excited I've been for a Rocket season since.
Bro, he gonna bring that.
A long time.
He gonna bring that energy.
Got a lot of
Rockets
pieces,
got
bro.
Ron Artest. That's the most excited I've been
Dylan's
for a
run.
Rocket season.
He gonna bring. Hey, Dylan Brooks is gonna bring that energy that we haven't seen in Houston.
Facts.
Like, I'm excited to see that. Like,
Not only that, man, it's like you got a player like Jabari Smith who plays the way he plays, and then he's playing with a player like Şengün, bro. Like that's like I'm just thinking about the players we got.
Fred VanVleet, a veteran that's not gonna come in thinking because he knows he's probably the best on the team or he's the most efficient or something like that. Like he's very high valued on the team, but he knows that he got to get the ball to the young guys like Şengün and Jabari, and he going, hey man, and then he's a sharpshooter too.
Sharpshooter.
He is a sharpshooter.
I think this is like I would say this is a great coach's dream. So Udoka has like a real good chance to show that he's one of the best coaches in the league by far. But it's gonna be challenging.
It's not gonna be easy.
It's not gonna be easy, but the Rockets seem like a team that don't have too many. Like KPJ, it was good that KPJ is off the team now, bro, because
it has to either him or Jalen.
Yeah, I think Jalen probably might have the biggest ego on the team. I'm just talking from somebody who don't really know. So There's no offense to Jalen Green, but he comes off to me as he probably does have a little bit of an ego. He probably want to make sure he get 23 points a game. He probably want to hit certain marks, but that's kind of normal nowadays. But I'm just saying, everybody else kind of seems like they just want to win, bro. They just really want to win.
Yep.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting to me because now it comes down to how Udoka's gonna set up the team, bro. How he sets up the offense, the defense, because everybody wants to play defense too. Mostly everybody wants to play defense.
Everybody said Jalen Green.
I hope he does. Jalen Green's coming off.
That energy is contagious. Yeah. So
and that's why it's good. That's why I'm happy that Dylan Brooks is here, bro.
Jalen Green a learner though. I saw him even when John Wall was on the team. We go to the games. I'm looking at the bench when he not playing because I'm tight. I'm like, this dude not playing. But I'm looking at him and John Wall is breaking down a play that just happened to him and he's in there like listening. So just from Jalen Green was in there listening to John Wall and I saw that I was like, okay, like learners always get me hyped. Like okay, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because
too, is
if he's a great learner, sky's the limit.
That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna end it with this. The Rockets have a chance, right, to make the playoffs, and let me tell you, man. Let me tell you what's gonna turn the Rockets up. That first alley-oop from whoever, Şengün, from Amin, from Fred VanVleet. That first alley-oop is gonna set off a chain reaction of alley-oops, of dunks, of exciting basketball. With that's going to turn them up. I'm telling you right now, the pace that they're going to play with, the athleticism that they're going to play with, the accidental flash, because they ain't got to be, they don't have to try to be flashy. Just the way the players they have, they're going to be doing stuff that's like reminiscent of just certain teams that just it's
showtime, man.
It's showtime.
It's showtime,
the Rockets are in our showtime era now. But with that, you got all the vets and the coaching staff available to balance that out with good basketball. And that right there, that balance of showtime basketball is here with the balance of everybody of everything we have with the Rockets organization, the capabilities. They have a recipe to do something special and make the playoffs. And whoever they play in the first round, they can give them hell. They can give them hell, bro, because everybody can do something.
Shit. If they do get in the playoffs, they going to be about no better than 6 seed.
If they have a great season,
that means they'll be going against the 1, 2, or 3 seed.
Hey, I'll tell you what. This going to be the best, what do you call it?
Postseason?
No, the postseason, yeah, but what's before the postseason? The
regular season?
No, not the tournament. What do you call that, man? The
regular season.
With 10, 8, 7,
play-ins.
8 play-ins. It's going to be the best play-in we ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
The best play-in tournament we ever.
It's gonna be all Texas.
Third or fourth.
It's gonna be all Texas teams.
This gonna be the third or
Texas
fourth
battle.
I
historic.
think it'll be fourth. I think this is the fourth one. This gonna be the best one though. This is by far gonna be the
It's
best
gonna be
one. You can
hard.
have Mavericks going
It's
against
gonna
the
be
Spurs,
live.
Rockets with the Thunder.
Pelicans.
Who we had last year?
Pelicans,
Who was
Thunder.
Thunder versus Lakers last year, huh?
Lakers was in it for sure.
It was Thunder and Lakers, and then somebody else was in it too.
Regardless of the fact, this
Not
gonna be
the
the best
Mavs.
one, bro. This gonna be the best one.
Not the Mavs.
All right, so let's go through these questions real fast. Just two more.
KD MVP.
Who's better, Bucks or Celtics? DZ, go ahead.
Bucks.
Brennan, BZ. Who's better, Bucks or Celtics?
That's been hard since day one of this.
I
Bucks.
feel like it's
I'd
easy.
say
Yeah,
Bucks.
I say Bucks too. I say Bucks too.
Bucks.
Bucks are
They
better.
can't find nobody that could guard Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no they.
It's yeah.
They gave away Robert Williams. And that's another thing. Robert Williams is on the Trailblazers now.
I'm telling you,
Hey,
the
bro.
Blazers is not.
Robert Williams
They're
on
not
the Trailblazers
sweet.
now, bro. They gave away their best defender, bro. Y'all gonna have Al Horford, old ass guarding Giannis. It's gonna be some problems.
He did it before.
He did it before. He did it again.
Porzingis, that's who y'all gonna have holding him. Problems.
Hopefully he's there.
Boy, the Blazers gonna have power struggle. But
Hey,
anyway,
the Blazers, they got Aiden and Pat Williams. I ain't gonna lie.
Pat Williams.
Pat Williams not on the
I mean, not Pat Williams. What's his name?
Aiden and
Aiden.
Robert Williams.
I'm talking about the
Williams.
Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Robert Williams.
And Robert Williams, bro. That's
All right.
tough.
One last question: who's gonna win this championship? What's your prediction? I know this is I know this is like naive to say. I don't know what's the right word, but I know it just don't seem right to pick a winner right now. But who y'all think gonna win the championship? I'm gonna just say me. I got the Bucks.
I can't go.
They got dogs, bro.
I
Your
can't go
two
that way.
guys is dogs.
Ooh-wee.
I can't go that way. I'm gonna have to. That's a good pick, though.
I'm
I
going
just
with
the
Bucks.
only reason why I'm disagreeing is because it's their first year together.
Better hurry up. We got 20 seconds.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Warriors.
Ooh, that's a hot take right there. That's a hot take.
I gotta see him have more rings than LeBron.
BZ, you got 10 seconds.
Boy, this is tough. Boy. Go Rockets. Rockets.
Nah, that's not a
All right,
serious
Bucks.
take,
Bucks.
man.
I'd say
Bucks?
Bucks. If I had to
Okay. No
bet money
Suns.
on it right
Okay.
now.